welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Ade here again. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. My name is Ade and I film about faith, motherhood and lifestyle here in England, United Kingdom. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you ever so much for always coming back and always taking your time to watch all of my content. Now in today's video, as you can see from the title, we are going to be talking about 5 things you should never ever be embarrassed about, okay? And I'm also going to be sharing with you my experience with racism in this part of the world. If this is something like you would be interested in watching, definitely keep on watching, okay? You should never ever be embarrassed about is your faith, okay? So you should not allow people or anyone to tell you, oh, you are too spiritual, oh, you are too serious with this God thing and all of those things. Now let me just put it out there. Let me just tell you that you know how or who God is to you, okay? You know how far God has brought you. You know how he has shown up to you in similar hopeless situations. You know how he has brought you far. You know how you know how he has saved you. You know the encounter you have had with God. So when you express your love for him publicly, do not allow people to say, oh, you are too spiritual or you are too serious about God. Oh, what is it, self? Now you keep Jesus. Don't mind them, okay? Don't just mind them. You see, when you express your love for God, even in the public and all of those things, it's just, imagine you have a wife, you have a husband, and you tell them you love them on their birthdays, you write sweet things to them on their social media handles, and people say, oh, this is so, this is so cute couples and all of those things. So when you do the same thing for God, it shouldn't be any different. And do not let anyone talk you down, or do not let people's opinion come get at you, because you know where you stand with God. You know how far he has brought you, like I've said earlier. So do not let anyone tell you that you are too spiritual, okay? Now the second thing you should never ever be embarrassed about is your gender. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not grateful for the way God has created them, okay? I love being a woman. I love being a female. I love being someone's daughter. I love being someone's mom. I love being my husband's wife. I love being, I love being a sister. I love who I am. I love the way God has created me. But like I said, it's so unfortunate that people feel like, I wish I was a man. And, people even go to the extent of transitioning into a woman or into a man. That's a story for another day. But then I'm just here to say to you that you need to get to that point of loving yourself the way God has created you, okay? He made no mistake. He did not make any mistake when he told you that you are beautiful, you are beautifully and you're wonderfully made and created, okay? Please do not, I know that there are some certain job roles that they would even discriminate and say, oh, we don't want a woman doing this job, or we don't want a woman doing this certain job, women and men being paid higher than men in some certain organizations. So women or men, as the case might be, they begin to see like, oh, if only I was a man, if only I was a woman. Please do not ever utter that statement again. God did not make a mistake creating you as a man or a woman. Now, third thing you should never ever be embarrassed about, which is the main point of these 5 things you should not be embarrassed about, is the color of your skin. First of all, take a mirror and look at that mirror. Unfortunately, I don't have a mirror with me here, but I can tell you confidently that my melanin pops so good. Like, I am so beautiful the way I am. Just look at me. Just look at me. Just look at yourself, okay? Honestly, I don't understand why people feel like they need to be in a certain complexion to be beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Beverley Naya'S documentary Skin. It is amazing. If you have not watched it, it's on Netflix, and it is just simply amazing. Beverley Naya'S, if you ever come across this video, God bless you. I thank God for your life, for allowing God to use you to do this documentary, because it speaks volume, okay? It speaks a lot of volume. Honestly, it speaks a lot of volume. I watched that documentary and I heard what a lot of people had to say, even young school children, young girls, they believe that the light-skinned girl is, you know, is more attractive and is more beautiful. I don't understand where that is coming from, if not from the society, if not from what people are telling them, if not for the fact that people are telling them, oh, you're dark-skinned and you're not beautiful, oh, you're dark-skinned and no, you can't look good in this outfit, or you can't look good in that outfit. You know, a lot of people said a lot of things. Even this socialite Bobrisky, he also mentioned that, oh, the reason why people bleach their skin is because they don't appreciate the way God has created them, or they don't like the way God has created them. Honestly, it's very, very sad. Okay, it's very, very sad for people to think that way. You know, like I said, another makeup artist, Tenny Coco, she also said, oh, there was a time in her life where she used pills, and you know, another person said she used steroids just to be fair, just to be light skinned. Girl, your dark skin pops, okay? Your melanin is so popping, it is so rich, it is so beautiful. See, we need to come to a point and realize that you are just so beautiful just the way you are. Girl, you are beautiful the way you are, okay? You are so beautiful the way you are and the way you're created. I just recall now at some point in my life where, you know, someone was telling me, oh, I should mix from Bat A with my body cream, I'm too dark, or you know, things like that. You know, it reduces people's self-confidence, except you are in that place that you already know yourself, you already know your self-worth, and you know who you are. So I think the journey to self-discovery is really, really important. I just thank God for people that have gotten to that point of self-discovery. They know who they are. There is nothing that anyone would tell them, you know, that would affect or have a negative impact on their self-confidence or their self-worth. So I'm just here to tell you that your skin color, whether you're light skin, you're dark skin, is so beautiful. And if you're dark skin, you should never, don't touch your skin, please. It is, just leave it the way it is. You're beautiful and it is so amazing. Now to my experience about racism. This also boils down to skin color. I remembered when I came to the UK to study. Not when I came to study, sorry. It was when there was a time anyway that I got a job, and I was working, and I was the only black girl on my team. And well, some of the team members, they were nice. They were quite nice, some of them not so nice, and you know, I felt different. Like I could feel, you know, I felt so different. Like I did not feel among, like I did not feel like I was part of the team. I was treated a little bit differently, you know, just because, you know, this person is black, this person is new to the team. You know, there was even a point where new set of people were hired to join the team, and so you have to go through the phase of doing your initial training. So when you're doing your initial trainings, you definitely will have questions along the way. So you ask the other people, the older people in the team that have been there before you, oh, okay, so how do you go about this? How do you get on with this? What do you do to achieve this? And all of those things, you know. So these new people were white, obviously, and you know, they would skip me, and they would, you know, they would just move across me, and they would just move to the next person and ask them, oh, okay, how do I do these things? How do I set these things? So even when I offer to help, I'm just, you know, I'm not just, nobody just, they look my side. Basically, you know, it was very hurtful. It was, I don't know, it wasn't, I didn't feel, I just felt I felt so different. Okay, I felt really different. And when I left that team, so after I left the team, I went on my maternity leave. It was as if someone released me from a cage. I felt like I was released from a cage. I was so happy that I would not have to set my eyes on those people again. Honestly, that was exactly the way I felt. And when I moved on from, so when I did my 9 months maternity leave and I had to look for another job, I didn't want to go back to my other job, even though my contract had ended. They were still advertising for that same role, and trust me, if I had applied, if I reapplied, I would definitely have gotten the job, because that was what I was doing before I went on maternity leave. But I just felt like, no, I wanted something different. I prayed for something different. I prayed for something better, and I got another job in another role. In another company. And guys, if you're watching this, Becky, Callum, Chris, Sherry, if you're watching this, Tracy, if you're watching this video, I really want to thank you, okay? This is far, far, far the best thing that I have ever worked. There was no discrimination, there was no racism, there was no skin color, racism. It was just like we're all the same, and that is the way it should be. I don't think that someone should look at someone and say, oh, that is a black girl, that is a white girl. Why do you even need to differentiate, people? Oh, this person is black or this person is white. Yes, fine. God created us the way we are. God wanted diversity. That's what I believe, that one person is has this skin tone, another person has that other skin tone. But I feel like the way people perceive these things, they see it as like, oh, one person is superior to another person, or I'm better than you because of my skin color. I've watched so many YouTubers do videos on their experience with racism, and I've heard someone say, oh, because of their skin color, when they're in their neighborhood and something happens, maybe there was robbery or something, or knife stabbing in a nearby neighborhood, when the police come around, they always want to check on with the black guy first, or with the black boy in the neighborhood first, just because it just comes naturally to them that they would have probably done, that thing, or that's what I don't know. I really don't understand. Because you're dark, or because you're dark skin, doesn't mean that you're bad. Because you're white skin doesn't necessarily mean that you're good as well. So I just hope that we all come to that realization that, irrespective of your skin color, you are beautiful the way you are. You are not better than another person, okay? I just really, really hope we come to that realization. And if you see someone out there and you feel like, oh, because this person is light-skinned, they are not good enough, it's wrong. No, you are not right, okay? That's very, very wrong, and that's simply incorrect, okay? It is simply incorrect. Okay, moving on. Moving on. So the fourth thing you should not be embarrassed about is your accomplishment. See, a lot of people put hard work in what they do, okay? They put in so much work, and when they come out and do well and celebrate themselves, people say like, oh, what's wrong with this one? Are you the first person to have a BSc? Are you the first person to have an MSc? Are you the first person to badge a PhD? See, these people have put in hard work in what they do in their careers, in what they're doing. So when they come out to celebrate themselves, celebrate with them, okay? Celebrate with them. Don't think like they are making themselves look as if they are better than you. Don't feel threatened by another person's success. Basically, that is what I'm trying to say. Don't feel threatened by another person's success, okay? When people celebrate with them, so that people can also celebrate with you. It's just as simple as that. Now, the fifth and final thing that you should never ever be embarrassed about is your source of income or your source of livelihood. Your legit, I'm talking of a legit one. No? I'm talking of a legal source of income. So now, if you're a kind of person that you sweep the streets of London to make a living, to pay your bills, to pay your rent, see, you do not need to explain yourself to another person, okay? You don't owe anybody any explanation. Okay, you don't owe it. As long as you're not stealing, as long as you're not doing internet fraud, you're okay. You don't have to explain to people, and you don't and when people ask you, oh, what is your profession, please be proud of it. Oh, I sweep the street of London to pay my bills. I sweep the street of London to feed my family. Okay, it is not, you don't owe anybody any explanation. You do not. And please, and when people, and don't look down on people. These are me, I see people, this kind of people as people with integrity. Okay, they could have been doing worse things. They could have, joined the internet scammers and all of those things. They could have been doing something worse than what they are doing to earn themselves, a good life and live well. But they choose to humble themselves and do all of these petty jobs just to bring food to their table and pay their bills and pay their rent. Okay, so please do not look down on this kind of people. These are people that are truly people of integrity. Yeah, so those are the 5 things you should never ever be embarrassed about. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to follow me on my social media platforms at Adeoye_Agwegwe on Instagram and on Twitter. If you've enjoyed this video, please definitely give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe, or if you've watched this video to this point and you've not subscribed, hey, I will come and find you. Okay, I will come and find you. So please, if you've watched this video to this point and you have not subscribed, please definitely click on that subscribe button. Don't forget to also click the bell notification so that you get my notifications when I post a new video. Yeah, I will see you in my next one. Stay blessed. God bless you. Bye. Bye.